Ladies, gentlemen, meatbags alike, welcome back to Stardew Valley. Hope you're all doing well today. I can say on my end, I'm doing alright. Eggplant parm, thank you Lewis. Fish taco, thank you. Happening tomorrow, the fair. We've already done the fair last year. I'll probably hold on to the fish taco for a bit. I don't know if I'll need it or not, because I already got so much sashimi. Let's see. We pet the dog. I always gotta pet the dog. I might have said this every time I do a video on Stardew, but you gotta pet the dog. Thank you, Fruit Bats, for the fruit. Apricot and plum. Alright, that's the trash right there. Wild plum here. Gonna have to go on a mass chopping spree. Get a bunch of wood again. Sashimi. Apricot. Alright, continuing on. Today is a good day. Woke up, decided to hold off of eating for a little bit so I can go on a walk. Had myself a little workout. Then I went over by a little fish place, you know, little seafood restaurant. Got myself a nice little $10 meal. Good fish. Alright. Sashimi for Jess. Huh. That's odd. Where's Marty or Shane? Marty and Shane. Huh. A bit odd. I'll probably see them later. I suppose in the meantime, I forget if today is one of the days for the traveling merchant or not, but I might as well go check. Nope, not there. Mushrooms, nice. Leah, there you go. Ah, cutscenes, okay. Hello, Clint. Uni! Yes, you caught me. Yes. I was planning to ask Emily on a date. I was at her doorstep and everything, but then I heard her coming and I dove into this bush. I understand being shy and not, like, frozen in the potential fear of being rejected. I suppose that's understandable. But you don't know until you actually go try, Clint. Go and try. But, my answer may change depending on what else you have to say, so, let's hear it. Now I'm waiting until she's done talking with Caroline so I can sneak back into my house. What did you just say? You'll never upgrade your tools again if I don't ask her out. Oh, Clint. Clint, I wouldn't be that shallow personally. But I would probably tell you to, grab the metaphorical balls and ask. Because, the more times you're gonna, like, paused up, shoken in the feeling of fear, knowing that, the potential idea of being rejected, you should do it. Do it and regret nothing. And if you regret asking her, then was it really worth even asking in the first place? This is why I'm gonna say, you should try anyway, Clint. Because if you don't ask, well, you're just going to be living with the constant fear of knowing that, you'll just never be able to stand up for yourself and actually ask the one that you care about, the one that you love. You get what I'm saying, chat? You see what I'm getting? You're a villain, Uni. Am I? Then again, in a previous video I did say morally ambiguous. Good or evil, I'm just doing the right, doing what I believe is the right answer for everybody, and also myself. You gotta care for yourself before you can care about everybody. There's a balance to that. Sigh. Alright, I'll do it. Gotta remember that advice Una gave me in the saloon. Oh, this is gonna play from, when I said be yourself. Yeah, because, if they don't accept you for who you are as yourself, then they don't really deserve you. Yeah, I think I remember that video. I remember the scene in the video. Emily? Sorry, Caroline. Could you excuse me for a minute? Yes, Clint? I was wondering if you'd like to go with me tomorrow. Me... Gulp. I got 2 tickets for the Grimpillion Carnival tomorrow. Would you like to go with me? Sure, Clint. That sounds fun. Really? Okay, I'll pick you up at 5. Okay, see you tomorrow. See, good things can happen if you actually just take the time, the actual chance to even, ask, the person you're interested in to go out. There's a potential it will happen, maybe it won't. But you gotta make sure to actually ask, instead of just having, shaky knees and wet feet. You gotta go through with it. Hold your convictions, people. Hold your convictions. I forgot to read his dialogue. Oh man, I'm so nervous. No shaky knees and no wet feet, Clint, alright? You're going behind this first part. Now for the next part. Holding that, holding, your end of the resolve. You're the one who asked, so you're the one that should provide. Although that can't be applied to everything, but you did ask, and you should, if they say yes, then you should provide. Alright, Vincent. Jody, there you go. There you go, Sam. Haley, there you go. There you go, Penny. Abigail, come here. There you go. There you go, Pierre. There you are, Marty. Maybe Caroline's in? Yep, okay, there you go, Caroline. There's your sashimi. And another cutscene! What wisdom do I have for this cutscene? And why is my character being a sneaky little shit? Pierre's secret stash. Hey, who's in the bedroom? You can't respect anyone's privacy now, can you? What? How did you find that? Plot armor? Quick, give it to me. Promise you won't tell anybody about it? Well, I don't know what the secret stash is. But I'm going to go with the hypothetical idea of, if it's behind a bookcase, where else do you put with bookcases? Have with bookcases? Books and maybe magazines. Hint, hint, but I don't know what the item is. I don't know what his secret stash is, because that could be a lot of things. Like, it could be a dirty magazine. It could be a quote-unquote recreational item of consumption. It could be sashimi. What could it be? And I'm not just saying sashimi because I've been constantly giving out sashimi. I'm also mentioning sashimi because I remember another previous episode that it was like, got the good stuff, and like he really wanted the sashimi from a request in the mail. But I really don't know what it is. I don't know what a secret stash is technically, so I can always, have hope that, he just talks to his wife about it eventually. Thanks, I appreciate that. Just forget you ever saw this, okay? And I'll just forget that you were snooping around in my bedroom. Yeah, we'll have that as our exchange. Grumble. Now I have to find a new hiding spot. Grumble. Yeah. Now if only I actually knew in context of what the quote-unquote stash was, I would be able to make a better decision on, keeping a secret or, you know, tell your wife about this. Sometimes it's hard to make decisions when you don't know the absolute item in matter. Or, yeah, I think that's the right wording. Alright, there's Shane. Let's give him hit this. There you go, Clint. Alright, just having a little check. Lewis, George. Okay. Alright, yeah, I already gave him Penny hers. Another cutscene. Okay. Sigh. Oh, hi, Uni. Hello, Alex. Look at all these books. I haven't read a single one. Just the thought of cracking one open makes me nervous. Intelligence is not your forte, is it, Alex? But hey, if you got a good wisdom stat, you can always compensate your intelligence with some wisdom. It's kind of what I've been doing, really. I'm not exactly book smart, but I got a lot of wisdom in my head. But you can't make a decent living in this world without a brain. Technically, you do have a brain, Alex. It's what you're actually using to think, to actually speak right now, using the words that you learned previously beforehand. It's just knowing your speciality and how you could actually take what you're good at and apply it to the world, and in turn, the world will actually give back. I'm worthless. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. This is my straight up honest answer, best answer. Because, yeah, we all technically have our strengths and weaknesses. We have our specializations. A medical doctor doesn't really know probably as much as the average quantum physicist. Or a psychiatrist doesn't really know the full extent of a farmer's life. We all have our specializations, so we all have our strengths and weaknesses. Or we could say you're a genius, but that also reserves into one's personal department of genius. Because genius is commonly, and I would like to say this inaccurately, personally thinking, that people, when they say genius, people usually say a well-rounded, intelligent person. Intelligent in all sorts of topics. But I would honestly say a genius is a specialization in a particular field. So both answers, kind of good and bad, but knowing the context of the game and how, games are kind of usually made for a wider brand, like group of people, I think the best answer I can honestly give is we all have our strengths and weaknesses. Because it is most certainly true. I have never met a single person who is completely worthless or completely, the Ubermensch, the ultimate being. And if I ever have seen somebody who claims to be the Ubermensch, I would probably smack him around a little bit, psychologically, mentally, and physically, just to actually see if they, hold true as the Ubermensch. Just to actually see if it works or not. just to see if they would actually learn a little humility and also improve themselves from there. Not out of maliciousness, mind you. But yeah, continuing on. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, I'm not going to give up. That is a good attitude. Well, that's a start of a good attitude. Never giving up, holding your own resolve for the things that you want to do in life. That is a good attitude. But just remember that, actions do also reflect upon other people as well. Well, your words and actions. If I work hard, I can do anything. Yeah, that's part of it actually. Working hard, continuing your thing, that's definitely a part of it to be able to do anything within, what you can actually do. Hey, maybe one day we'll soon have a dinner and discuss philosophy. Isn't that what you smart people talk about? I would say philosophy is a grounded, well, philosophy is personally, I would say, a foundation upon a lot of great thinkers. Because it usually starts with we get hypotheticals, then we think about this and that. Like there's way too many different forms of philosophy. Like you can say you're a philosopher, but a philosopher is not really that much different. Like compared to a someone with a degree, compared to a philosopher, they both share a form of knowledge. One just has a fancy piece of paper and is recognized by the state and country that you have this specialization. Philosophers, I would personally say, as a bit of a philosopher myself, it's what's the word I'm looking for? I'm losing the train of thought. We think quite a lot, but we don't always have the absolute answer. We think about all the possible answers instead of the straight up single answer that, a lot of people get in books. Sort of like I mentioned before in the previous. Was it? No, it was still this cutscene still. Intelligence and wisdom, People who are good with philosophy are usually the wisdom stat kind of people, while people with education and, documents and all that are more the intelligence category. Alright, there you go, George. The day is not even over and we're already like 20 minutes into the video. This is a bit of a surprise. Well, knowing that today, this episode will probably balance itself out with the festival tomorrow. Alright, we got... There you go, Lewis. Robin. Sebastian, there you go, buddy. Snooping around in bedrooms, looking for people to give sashimi to. Let's talk to Linus. It's been a while since we actually talked to him. I explored deep into the caves. There you go, Demetrius. There you go, dwarf. Checking. Where's Morrow? Gus is probably at the bar. People are probably all migrating at the bar at this point. Alright, just keeping an eye out. Hopefully no more random cutscenes. Or not until at least another day. Because I already lost my train of thought of how many cutscenes we dealt with, you know, so far in this episode. Like, 2, 3? Alright, there's Maru. There you go. Door's locked, so I guess Elliot might be inside, or probably not. There you go, Willie. I just want to give the sashimi. There you go, Pam. Take your sashimi. I've already seen Shane earlier. Alright. Might as well check once more over back at the beach here. Maybe Elliot. Maybe if you're nope. Okay, I guess not. Alright, we don't need the trilobite. Put the sashimi, make the sashimi and put it away, etc, etc, etc. Fish taco. Sure, we'll put one. I'll put it there. Blackberries and mushroom. Oh. Alright, then we go here. We'll just make that. I guess we'll move the bed a bit closer towards, I guess this is fine. There we go, a little bit closer to the exit. Dog is good. Having a little stretch. Not much for money, but whatever. I forgot to pick up the jades from the quarry yesterday. Well, anything on the telly? Nope. Alright, moving on with the next thing. Since it's going to be a festival, no one's going to be, it's going to be a bit hard to actually give the remaining people their sashimi, so we'll just do everything else. We'll take the peach. We got the trash and the bait. Let's check up on the orchard. And I might as well take this. Bark. You know, I suppose the average time is probably going to balance out a little bit, thinking with the with all the cutscenes, with yesterday in-game, and then today with just the festival not really going to be needing to do much at all. Yeah, I think it's just going to balance out. Okay, just gonna need... I'm just checking if I should or should not, since I'm also here. Yep, just gonna need a bunch of wood. Sorry, but we're not going to the fair. We're going to be enjoying our time cutting wood, or cutting trees and getting wood. What to talk about when I cut all this wood? Continue on with the topic of intelligence versus wisdom. Then again, it's not really much of a versus, and it's not really one-sided either. It is a conjoined custody. Yes. I do say that intelligence and wisdom are having joint custody over your actions. But how to go on about, you know, the joint custody between intelligent wisdom over you? Ignoring the train because I got wood to chop. Maybe I don't really have enough intelligence to actually perfectly describe, you know, between the two. Maybe I could try to explain it more of a wisdom perception. Or, never mind, my brain is just not going to work. Right, so, yeah, more of this wood cutting ASMR. I never thought I would probably ever get into ASMR, but maybe there is something slightly or weirdly relaxing about the, just chopping wood. Maybe it's like that similar weirdness, like feeling a piece of cutting down trees as you get with hunting. There is a destruction, but also a caring, like curating. One must die for another to live, as they say, right? I don't know when, and I'm not gonna like I'm gonna say something, and this is not to try to be morbid or anything like that, but I'm just thinking, whenever it's my time, I do hope I'm actually giving myself up for a you know, another life to live on. Like, hopefully I'm not being too morbid when I bring up other little things. Like, I originally wanted, you know, the way I go out being a full-on blaze of glory, just bringing out, shall we say, much-deserved taxpayers' pain upon prisoners by beating the living hell out of them in a courtyard. And I know that, you know, would probably satisfy a lot of people, and you know, for you know, for all the convicts to actually get a good old slapping, good old whap. But I changed my mind a little bit, primarily on the basis of, well, they're suffering too in some way. And what is the alien like like the reason of their suffering? Hmm, taking more time to think. Good, good. Another prismatic shard, why not? As I continue on, just cutting these trees and whatnot, I'm just having the thought of, am I cruel? Am I just? Am, I don't know. Alright, I think I've collected plenty of wood. Oh, we still also got a little bit more time before it's too late. Alright, let's meander on back to the home. Alright, knowing that there is a surplus of snap already, so we'll just put that there. Wood, clay, pine cone, copper ore, stone, mahogany seed, the slime, the hardwood, maple seed, acorn, iridium ore. Let's grab one here and we'll grab gold. Hazelnut, mushroom, more blackberries. I don't know if I ever need the Shatterlearn whatever. Do I? I don't know if I will or will not, but I guess I'll just put it here for safety reasons. Put the jades there. Because I forgot to put the jades in their respected chest back in the quarry. Sell the red mush. Alright. We can wrap up the day and the episode. Not a lot of gold, but this is okay. Alright, so thank you for joining. And if you enjoyed this episode, you are free to like, comment, and subscribe. Even if you don't, I still wish you all a nice day. And until next time, take care.